Good morning. Welcome everybody to Synergy Signals. This is a weekly overview video where we're going to go over the signals sent to subscribers, try and identify opportunities for the commencing week, and just generally talk about trading and how we approach the markets. Before I do so, quick risk warning, Synergy Markets is authorized and regulated by the FCA. However, this trade signal service is for informational purposes only. There is no advice to be expected or given here. There are no personal recommendations made to you. So just as a warning there that as a client, you don't have the protections you may think you should have. Let's start. So the past 3 months as a theme at the minute, markets have been tough. Whether or not it's been slowdown in the summer or the debt, government funding situation in America, it's been a huge squeeze in AI. Markets are at all-time highs. We're starting to see a little bit of a pickup in the dollar. Questionable moves, whether or not the euro is able to pick up from here. There's lots to talk about. So let's just start on AUD CAD, which is first in my list. And AUD CAD is really nice structurally. All these lines look random. They're not random. They're actually swings. This blue line here is a harmonic swing. So I simply took that and copied it, put it to the next swing lower high effectively, and it brings you down to this area. So you're sort of getting ideas on where the market can turn. That's called harmonics. You then combine these harmonics and apply Fibonacci, and you get patterns that emerge from those. I've been doing this a number of years, and I don't need to go through all the whys too much. It does work, and just here to show you a little bit about what I'm seeing. So there's also a market cycle that we follow, which is a three-wave pattern ultimately, and each of these segments is the same sort of microscoped thing going on, one, two, three. So it's a case of identifying where you are in the bigger pattern within the smaller pattern. So at the minute we've got this structure emerging on AUD CAD. I quite like this. This is, something that appeals to me because I can see structure. I can see that there's a swing harmonic here. And from the anchor point, I can see that we're projecting a target up here, and that plays nicely into the cycle of three. So we can see one, two. And the minute we've got a change of structure, we haven't got a break of that structure. Just to change, we want to see a break, and then I'll be looking for entries. But ultimately, this is very encouraging long. That's on the daily. So the multi-time analysis, you've got to use multi-time frame analysis. You can see the pattern on the 4 hour. That's level one. This is level two. We've made quite a nice sort of change, break, retest here. That did extend lower, and it is making me think, are we going to complete down here, perhaps? That's where it's going to resume the trend break and also take out the lows here. That could happen. But we've also closed this gap here as well. There is harmonics going on. If we then turn on this bit here, and we take a measuring point there to there, copy that swing. We're close to some sort of a turn. We then apply Fibonacci. I mean, I don't tend to take the D points of patterns anymore, but we're coming in 78.6 is down there. We're just skirting around with the stops on the 61.8 at the minute. So this is a really good candidate for longs. If there's anything on the nearer time frame, let's just see. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, but we can count one, two, and we do anticipate a three, unfortunately, on this one. So, and then we're looking long. Moving on, I'm not going to go through every pair because I'm only going to look at the pairs that are attractive. And when I say attractive, it's your game. You want the conditions to suit you. You don't want the market just hammer out all of its stuff against you and just trade amongst the elements. No, you want to pick pairs that behave. I have an overview, that gives you confidence that they were pushing in a certain trend. And for me, AUD USD is that. I know we're in this second zone. This is my little map here, one, two, and I'm anticipating a third push lower. And within that third push, I need to pick out where we are because I believe we're in that third push, just starting it. And I believe that this is push one here, low, 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 high. And I do anticipate more. It's starting to look really juicy here. We've got a shoulder, head and shoulder formation, but we're still control point is here. High, 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 low, high, 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 low, high, 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 low, still a high. However, we are seeing a one, we are seeing a two. and we haven't had the third yet. So I've got a funny feeling this third is going to break this point, and then we're looking for the retests. That will probably set up a consolidation zone, which will create a smaller pattern lower. But this is sort of stuff we're looking at. This is what we want to trade. The conditions, it's not ready yet to do anything. We've got if this was a week of drop and this was a week of drop, it would show us that would have a third week of drop, but that's not the sake yet. If anything, what I can see is a consolidation zone here and a bigger consolidation zone here. And this being the top formation. It isn't ready for a trade, so pass, got to move on. Moving on to another absolute classic. This is one that is amazing, and we sent it as a signal. This structure here, you can see we have the red consolidation zone 1, red consolidation zone 2. We've interacted with major EMAs within this second zone of consolidation. You can see within this trend, we did 1, 2, and 3. At the minute, this is questionable whether or not we're going to retest this low, not sure. But so far, we can see high, high, higher, low, 3 hits to the low, A, B, C, D to complete up here. So we are looking for longs. This is the setup that is, we sent this, we sent a setup here, 100 pip stop loss, came bloody close. It came within 4 or 5 pips of hitting our stop. But it's such a volatile pair. Anyway, we're still in it now. But what we were looking for on this, again, pointing out the 1, 2, 3, you can see the 1, you can see the 2, you can see the 3. So 1, 2, 3, consolidate. This type of consolidation is a trap, false, and then the real move. So that's consolidation. This looks like a consolidation, and we're expecting higher prices. This is a last lower high. We've had the change of structure and the break of structure, and we're looking to go long on this. Big priority for the week ahead. So, yeah, this one's looking good. Absolutely promising, and that plays into AUD CAD being a bit weaker. GBP CAD also is another really strong contender for me. If we go to the daily, you can identify where we are. We are seeing level 1, level 2. I mean, you could argue this is consolidation and this is a bit of a top, but it's still high highs, high lows, high highs, high lows, high highs, higher lows. Whereas this one looks consolidatory to me. We've taken out internal structure here and here. We're still sort of within this. So nothing has broken out. We have actually, the only thing that's making me believe we're long is this candle here has broken. We are not interacting with the structure anymore. That's a break. Everything else engaging with that wick. So expecting longs. What's my entry? I'm waiting for this. So we've got a W pattern. The interesting thing is we had a weaker drop, second weaker drop, and we haven't had the third yet. Can I see the market cycle in this? Yes, I can. I can see it here. It's never going to be presented to you like like a Mona Lisa. You have to pick it out. In the old days, I might have thought this was 1, this is 2. Might be, but I'm not taking my trade until it validates here. But we have had a change. Lower lows, lower highs until now. Change, break. But it is a Gartley. This is also a Gartley sell. So there's lots of things going on. And you can see push 1, push 2, and we're awaiting push 3. Moving on. Euro USD, we sent this as well. This was a nice trade. Change, break, entry. After we saw the structure lower, you've got to see the structure lower first of all. So the structure lower is a big push 1, push 2, push 3. Day of rise, second day of rise. It looks like a beautiful setup. Have to be careful because of it is still ultimately a lower high, lower low, low high, lower low, low high, lower low, but the market's working threes, so I can count. And if I look on the daily, I can see that this is a large first zone of consolidation. Is this the second zone? It's still not. I mean, when you do 1, 2, 3 up, you expect at least down here to get taken. So I'm wary on this one. Moving on. NZD USD, we caught this guy. We caught it here. Beautiful trade. Same thing as AUD USD. We are in the second zone of consolidation, expecting lower prices. Low, low, lower high. It's just a case of catching this. This is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. And we're in it still and we're running it. So it's gone past our TP3 allotted targets, but still beautiful setup, clear structure. That's what we want. Okay, USD CAD. This is one of my favorites. Um, all of this is amazing what it's given me here. The only thing I'm questioning slightly is, are we at the peak? Because I can identify a change and a break of structure. That's what we want. Ultimately, a high, 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 low, high, 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 low. I want to know when we're back up here. This is extremely important times for this particular pair. You can see the structure here. One, two, completed a pattern. My issue is when you complete these sort of patterns, you have to take out the lows of two. So this is good. We've got this sell-off here. Anything above here is on. So that's what I'm waiting for. Just to finish off on the Bitcoins and stuff of the what we have, all I can show you really is my monthly chart to make it pretty clear what we're expecting and anticipating here. So markets work in threes. I can see push one, push two, and push three. Here I saw 1 month, 2 month, and 3 month. I didn't count this because it didn't make a new high, notice. But now we have 1 month, 2 months, and we're going into November. I expect us to come off. A lot of talk about stable coins being the thing of the future. Stellar Lumens, frustrating as hell, trading off an order block, massive accumulation zone. Are we going to get down here and scare the living daylights, everyone? Maybe. Wall Street powering on, but this is the most amazing thing about the Wall Street chart. Have a look at this ABCD pattern, folks. Where is it? Yes. So this is harmonics. A, B equals C, D. Remember doing that at school? Pythagoras' theorem. So not only have we got A, B, C, D, we've also got a gap up island reversal type pattern, and this needs to come back and interact with a 50 EMA. There you have it, folks. If any of you have any interest in thinking, I'll tell you what, that sounds, what I've seen here seems pretty interesting stuff. I want to have a go on, I want to get access to the signals that are being sent. Click on the link below. There's a 30-day free trial. If you're interested in, there's also another ebook, outlining the cycles and the harmonics. That's a free download on the sister site, Melon's Trade. But otherwise, folks, have a great weekend and wish you all the best. Cheers.